Marathon Holdings, we are back with another update video. What a crazy journey this has been, man. But god damn. So what have I been doing with my investment? You guys need to stay to the end of the video. Yesterday was, at the time of the recording yesterday, 2nd of April. Mara went up 8.3% in a single day. Now why? Obviously we know that if you were an early adopter of Mara, you're probably sitting at an unrealized loss right now. And you're looking for someone to calm you down, give you updates of the market, what I'm doing with my investment, and today's the day. Must be episode 4 now. I've made a lot of these videos, but we're back. I've been dollar cost averaging in my position in this stock. And everything that's happening right now involving Mara is exactly why I have been DCAing in this company. Title is I've got £100,000 invested in Mara. It's a lot more than that now, guys, but you guys know me as the person that has invested £100,000. That's why the title stays the same. Am I panicking? No. Am I selling? No. This is not financial advice, guys. I'm giving you my perspective and my personal experience on Mara. Ticker, M-A-R-A. When you understand what the company is doing, the AI deal, Bitcoin sell, the debt restructure, these are the 3 pillars that you guys need to know about. And you will realize that the people that are selling are the people that are going to regret it in a few months' time when we're out here skirting in Lamborghinis, you get me? So stick with me to the end of the video and I am going to break down the full bull case for Mara Holdings and why I believe my position will be worth upwards of £1 million. Let's get straight to the video. Quick background if you guys are new here. I've already made a few videos updating my £1 million bet on Marathon Holdings. And to be honest with you, those videos get more views than my day trading videos or my day in the lab videos. I'm always asking myself why. Maybe because the search volume on Mara is high right now because everyone's like, why is it so cheap? It's not a Bitcoin mining company anymore. An energy and an infrastructure company going through a complete transition. And obviously, there's 2 things you can do when you're trading. You can ride the trend, then you're at risk of getting the top and getting completely cooked, or you could be early and be sitting at an unrealized loss. Now, the first way, which is getting caught at the top, not going to recover, you're going to be down and you're actually going to close at a loss. Whereas being early is better than being late. When the sentiment changes, things change. So when they complete that transformation, that is when things start to turn around. That's when money's made. You only need one generational wealth bet. Like I said in my old videos, different forms of trading between different times. 2023, 2024, short-term swings. 24 to 25, you had to day trade. Now 25 to 26, you have one big bet. That's the bet that we're taking right now. So going into Marathon Holdings, we're sitting at around $8 to $9. The 52-week high, I think this was when Trump was coming in. I can't remember Bitcoin was 125K, I think. Mara was at $23.45. Now we trimmed a bit there, 20%, and then re-entered, kept DCAing, and now I'm adding more dough in. Let's dive straight into it, why I added more to my position. These 3 pillars on Marathon Holdings is exactly why I added more, and this is why these are bullish signals. Pillar number 1, the deal with Starwood. This is one of the biggest catalysts. I think when this rocketed, when this got announced, I think Mara went up 17%. Bro, every time that Marathon Holdings announced something good, Orange Man dumps with something worse, and then everything else. I think it went up, but then everything else was tanking, so liquidity got pulled from the market. Now, why I think this is a very underrated move. The Marathon Holdings announced the partnership with Starwood on February 26th, which was to build AI hyperscale data centers across their existing sites. Now, Starwood Capital, right? Let me get this right. I've got it on the screen right now. They manage over 125 billion in assets, because I didn't want to get the stats wrong. And it's Barry Sternlicht's firm. So putting their name behind Marathon Holdings infrastructure. Now, guys, look, we're at the website now. Marathon owns power-rich sites across the United States, right? The land with power access already connected to the grid. So every major tech company, you've seen Microsoft partner up with a miner. You've seen Google partner up with a miner, with Wolf, I think. And they're all in like a queue to get the new data centers connected to the power that Marathon already has. And because Marathon hasn't announced the fatty deals yet, you know, with the Googles, with the Microsofts, we're getting very underlooked. Now, Wolf was a $2 stock that shot all the way up to $15 because of the announcement that they had. With the backing of Starwood, the plan is to convert and expand these mining sites into the next generational digital infrastructure for enterprise and hyperscale and the AI customers, right? The initial target was 1 gigawatt of IT capacity with a pathway to scale beyond the 2.5 gigawatts. Now, if you think about it, if you think about 2.5 gigawatts of AI and compute infrastructure on sites that Mara already owns, here it is, right? The campuses are designed to run both Bitcoin mining and AI workloads. So Mara can switch capacity depending on what the market rewards more at any given time. So if Bitcoin is up a lot, boy's gonna be mining Bitcoin, a lot of profit in it, and that is a hedge within a hedge. The stock is very undervalued. I feel like Roaring Kitty in this. I feel like I'm the Roaring Kitty of Marathon Holdings. But this is Marathon telling the world, right, that they're not a Bitcoin mining company anymore. Right? They're a digital infrastructure company. Core Scientific did a similar play. What's Core Scientific on now? Let me check. Like, Core Scientific did a similar play to this. They locked in a multi-billion-dollar AI cloud contract. They went from... What was the low? Let's have a look what the low was. In 2024, Core Scientific low was around $2. I don't know if you can see, $2. They are, considering the market conditions we're in now, in October, they were $25. That's a 12x because of this deal. And that's what Mara is trying to do, bro. And if they can pull this off, the stock, if you're seeing it at an $8 price now, it's going to be way higher than that, my guys. Pillar 2 was the Bitcoin sale. They sold 20% of their holdings. Now, the market reacted good to that, but some people also think that that was not the right thing to do. A lot of you guys saw the headlines last week and panicked, but this was actually a very good thing. So Mara sells 1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and your first reaction was that that's bearish. They're dumping their own assets at 66k or 67k, I think it was. I can't remember the price of it. And that's a red flag, right? What are you guys doing? It's below your hodl value, but the market reacted positively. So let me explain exactly why this was one of the smartest decisions. Mara sold 15,133 Bitcoins, raising around $1.1 billion in cash, a lot of dough. Now, they used that capital to repurchase 1 billion of their own convertible notes, their corporate debt, basically, at a 9% discount at face value. So let me translate that into English for you guys to understand, because that's why you click on these videos, right? So that I can explain to you guys what's going on in the markets. Mara owed money. Everyone knows that. They had debt. And that was one of the main reasons the share price was getting suppressed. Obviously, short interest was cooking it as well. Investors were worried about dilution. Like, the convertible notes could eventually be converted into shares, meaning your shares would get watered down, right? But by buying those notes back at a discount, Mara just slashed their total convertible debt by 30%. From 3.3 billion down to 2.3 billion. They locked in roughly 88 million to immediate They locked in roughly 88 million in immediate value by buying debt cheaper than its face value. And they eliminated the dilution risk that was weighing on the share price, which is why the share price went up. The CEO, Fred. Everyone hates Fred right now. He called it a strategic. The thing is, he spoke on the. He doesn't say the right thing sometimes, but he called it a strategic capital allocation move designed to strengthen their balance sheet. And he's right. So think about it like this, right? Imagine you had a mortgage at a bad interest rate and someone offered you the chance to pay it off at 9% below what you owed. You take that deal every single time. So Mara used an asset, the Bitcoin that they'd accumulate over time, to remove a liability that was hurting their business. That's not really bearish. That's just smart financial management. And the market agreed, right? The day they announced this, the stock jumped 10% pre-market. So Marathon still holds Bitcoin. It still holds nearly 39,000 Bitcoin on its balance sheet. And they're not abandoning crypto. The CEO was clear that. And Bitcoin, he said, quotes, he said, Bitcoin remains a core pillar of Marathon's strategy. So this was controlled and a sale to clean up the balance sheet. And now that debt overhanging is gone, the stock can just re-rate higher on fundamentals. So that is pillar 2. Now pillar 3 was yesterday's 8.3% move and what it signals, right? So yesterday when the market was flat, nothing was happening, even the miners, Marathon Holdings was an outperformer. Marathon closed the previous day at $8 and then it hit $8.77 at the intraday highs. Winners are actually decided in terms of what happens in a market downturn. I've been DCAing buying more at these levels. People in my inner group, in my Discord group will know. Yesterday's move validated that decision, so I normally buy when it's down. It pumped up 8-9%. There's no point in me adding more money in because I already have a lot of dough in. But it shows that institutional money is starting to rotate back into risk on stocks now, like Mara. So the people that understand what Mara is becoming, an AI infrastructure company with the Bitcoin upside as a bonus, not the main, as a bonus, are accumulating at these prices. And boys, I am one of them. Let me pop up a screen now. Fastly. I actually traded Fastly back in the day at $12 in 2024. I think I made a few grand of it. If I have some screenshots, I'll show you the screenshots. But this is a cloud infrastructure provider. And what they're doing is the same thing that Marathon Holdings doing. They're providing private cloud with Exion hosting, right? And HPC for AI. So if you notice the pattern of Fastly on the graph, it's exactly the same as Mara from 23 to 25. Now the market is waiting for a deal to break out on the charts for Mara above the 2024 levels, right? So look at the Fastly chart, now look at the Marathon Holdings chart. Mara chart is the same as Aaron chart, same as the Fastly chart. And Fastly was dead for like 2 years and woke up in 2026. But for the one condition that Marathon Holdings needs for this bull market, bull thesis case, is it needs to break over $30. Without Bitcoin flying to 200k, if Bitcoin's at 200k, Marathon will run with it. It needs a hosting deal or some like customer acquisition, and then the story becomes real. And they would have locked in the transformation. So the deal is coming 100%. Mara is sitting at 38% short interest. So once a deal announces, those shorts are going to have to close out their positions. And that's when the real short squeeze is going to happen. And people are going to come back to these videos and be like, Jeffrey Chung, bro, you are one smart Donny. And boys, I'm that guy, bro, that I will rinse that for all the haters that are hating. But yeah, lock in. If you're a Mara bull, like the video, subscribe. Let's make some dough. Lock in. But yeah, we're not going to cover the Exion deal in this video. Most of you guys that follow Mara know about the Exion deal, man. That's completely fucking common knowledge at this point. It's going dubs, bro. Lock in.